If you are looking to move to Rochester, Minnesota area, or you currently live here in Rochester, in this video, I'm going to record 5 pros and 5 cons of living in Rochester, Minnesota. Before I get too deep into this, my name is Alex Mayer, winner of Best Real Estate Agent for the year of 2022 for all of the Rochester, Minnesota area through the Post Bulletin. I say that so you know it is that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to these things and the real estate market here in Rochester. I am working real estate here every single day. So if this is something you are looking to do, reach out to me directly. I'll keep my contact information down below. You can call me, you can text me. There will be forms all over the place that you can fill out and you can connect with me on your time. But I am happy to help you whether you are making a move in 3 days or in 3 months. I am in a hurry to serve. Now, before I dive in, just so you know, I'm going to record the 5 pros first, because I'm an agent of positivity, of course, and then I'm going to include the 5 cons at the end. So you may have to scroll down to the end if you want that negativity in your life. Pro number 1, everything seems to be about 15 minutes away here in the city of Rochester. The reason for that is we have Highway 63 and Highway 52 that run north and south here in the city, and then we have Highway 14 that goes east to west here in Rochester as well. So it seems to go about a circle around Rochester with the line through with Highway 14. So whether you are going from the northwest side to the southeast side, you can usually get there in about 15 minutes if we're not running into some crazy rush hour traffic. This is a big change for a lot of people who are moving here from some of these more densely populated cities. You will find that getting around here in Rochester is actually really easy and you can get most anywhere pretty quickly. Pro number 2 is actually travel. We actually have the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport just over an hour north of Rochester. If you go straight up Highway 52, it will get you there, but you get virtually anywhere you want in the country from that point as well. We also have the Rochester International Airport on the south side of Rochester. They usually have flights going out virtually every day, so if you're looking to do something a little bit more common, which I know a lot of people who work at the Mayo Clinic will use that to get down to Arizona or to Florida, where we also have offices as well. We also have Interstate I-90 just south of Rochester, probably about 15 minutes away, so you can get virtually anywhere you want from there. It goes right across the country, but it's a great place for people if you are really big into travel. Personally, I like road trips, so I oftentimes will use I-90 or I'll drive up to the cities to take a flight someplace if I'm going anywhere across the country. But you can virtually anywhere you want here in the country because we're only about an hour south of one of the best airports in the nation. Pro number 3, we are home of the #1 hospital in the nation. According to US News and the World Report, the Mayo Clinic has been consistently ranked as one of the best hospitals in the nation. That may be why you're visiting here, might be why you're working here. It might be just something that is the largest employer in the city that you are aware of. If you currently live here in Rochester, we have over 41,000 people in the Rochester area who actually work at the Mayo Clinic here in town. That is 63,000 in the United States. That was information from 2018 as well, but it is the #1 ranked hospital in the world. Pro number 4 are the parks and trails available to you here in Rochester as well. According to the Rochester Parks and Rec, we have over 100 parks and trails here in Rochester. 3 of my favorites are Quarry Hill, which is located over on the northeast side of Rochester. There's also Silver Lake Park, which is in the heart of Rochester. And one of my personal favorites is actually the Cascade Lake Loop Park, which is a 2-mile walk around a lake over on the northwest side of Rochester. There's also 2 really great dog parks. I personally have 2 large Alaskan Malamute dogs. In fact, you might be able to even see Atlas. This is Atlas. He's my 2-year-old. And then I also got Kaya, who is just over 3 months as well. So if you are looking to move here to Rochester, you will find that we have plenty of trails available to you if you are moving to the area. Pro number 5 is actually the amount of events that are available to you here in Rochester as well. My personal favorite is in February. It's called Social Ice. We have a bunch of local restaurants and bars which will have ice sculptures done, and you can go out there and you can kind of walk around. There's good music. It's a good time. You can get a drink as well. Another really good one is Rochester Fest, which is the main city celebration here in Rochester, which is located in the summer months. And then during the warmer months here in Rochester, we have a event called Thursdays on First, which every Thursday, weather permitting, there is a street where about 100 different vendors will go out there. You go to shops, restaurants, bars, and you can buy little trinkets that you want on Thursday on First. They usually will have music in 2 different locations down there. It's a real big favorite of people here in the warmer months as well. Finally, we also have the Mayo Civic Center as well, where you can go there. You can watch performances, shows, dances, things like that as well. Plenty of concerts in the area as well that you can go to at the Mayo Civic Center. And now for the cons. cons. So con number one is going to be that we do get winter here. We get all 4 seasons here in Rochester, Minnesota. It does get really cold here, and we do get a lot of snow from time to time. So it might be a situation where you may need to shovel your car, or you might need to shovel the driveway if you are renting or own a home here in Rochester. So just be mindful that you might have to take care of some of those winter things. I always encourage people, if you are driving here in the winter and it's getting blizzardy outside, make sure you have a warm blanket, you have some extra food with you and some water just in case something bad happens. Travel can go down here in the Rochester, Minnesota area when we do get those bad storms. So we do have an issue where it can get cold here, and we do get storms from time to time in those winter months. Con number two, and people are always shocked when I tell them this, but we have been ranked as the number 2 most windiest city in the nation. So I always encourage people, on top of just looking at what the temperature is outside, make sure you're checking the wind chill as well. Take the time to invest in a scarf as well, because when it gets windier outside, it can really make it seem really cold outside. So make sure that you are dressing appropriately if you are moving here to Rochester. Con number 3 here in Rochester is we do not have very good parking in downtown Rochester. In fact, I've heard it said by some of the top people over at Mayo Clinic that if we had a 20-story ramp in downtown Rochester, we would not have enough parking available for staff. We do have a lot of ramps downtown. A lot of the times people will park in other locations and take bus transit, which we do have in several locations in Rochester, a really good bus ground transportation service, which I'll also include a link down below where you can access that. If you are looking to purchase here, you can get an idea of where the bus routes are going. But because of Destination Medical Center, DMC is what we call it, and what they're doing in downtown Rochester, we do expect parking to become an even greater issue as we progress in the city's master plan. Con number 4, we have a housing shortage here in Rochester, Minnesota. As of this current recording, we have less than 200 homes available here in Rochester that are currently for sale. And the average rent for even an apartment here in Rochester is $1,900 a month. And I do expect those things to increase. According to the National Association of Realtors, we're expecting anywhere between 20 and 30% increases in rental prices here just this last year. If you are looking to purchase here in Rochester, make sure to reach out to me directly. I actually have a few different home search engines that I give to my exclusive clients so that you'll know the moment that any new listing comes onto the market, and we can get out there quicker than the average real estate agent and get you what it is that you want. So reach out to me on that anytime. Con number 5, Rochester can seem like a smaller city. We are the 3rd largest economy in Minnesota, but you will likely be seeing a lot of the same people every day. In fact, in Rochester, we have a population of less than 130,000 people. In the metro area, we have a population of less than 250,000 people. I say Rochester can feel like a smaller city. Personally, I'm from a very small town in Iowa of less than 900 people. So when I first moved here, it seemed like a very large city. I guess maybe due to the nature of my business, I get recognized pretty regularly and I'll run into a lot of the same people every day. But I think a lot of people would feel the same way about this, is that you will consistently come in contact with a lot of the same people, but you really can't go anywhere without running into somebody that you know. So those are my 5 pros and 5 cons of living in Rochester, Minnesota. If you have something productive to add, go ahead and please leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you as quickly as I possibly can. I'll also include a link to the 5 things I think anyone needs to know if they are looking to purchase a home here in Rochester. You're always welcome to reach out to me directly and I will connect with you quickly, and I'm happy to help anytime. Cheers.